Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm coming to you guys with a new video, and in this video I'm going to be using some new products. Now all the products I'm going to be using are not new on the market, but they are new to me, and I just want to share with you guys my experience using these new products. And you may see something that may catch your eye and you may want to try out yourself. So if you want to see these new products, go ahead and continue to watch. So I just pulled my hair back and we're going to dive into these products. Now, let's just address the elephant that's going to be in the room before I get started actually, and it's this. Yes, I am missing nails. They're popping off. I've had these on for about 3 weeks, and this is just what's going on right now. So, let's go ahead and address it, and let's move on. So first I'm going to be starting off with a new primer, and it is the DERMABLEND Insta-Grip Jelly Primer. This is a 3-in-1 multitasking primer, and this is fairly new on the market. It claims to be a powerful jelly primer with up to 24-hour staying power. It states that it is a slip-free primer, acts as a 3-in-1, a makeup gripping primer, instant moisturizer, and tightening mask. DERMABLEND was created by a dermatologist who partnered up with his wife, who was a makeup artist, and they created this line. DERMABLEND products are fragrance-free, non-comedogenic, allergy tested, and sensitive skin tested. So I've really been intrigued by this line, especially with me having acne-prone skin. You'll probably be seeing more DERMABLEND products on my channel. I've seen reviews on this primer, and I've heard that it's a sticky primer and that it takes some finagling to work with it. So I'm going to go in cautiously with this product. It has a sticky consistency. It does feel like a jelly. So let's try this out. Let's see how it says to apply it. Let's see. So it says to apply with 1 to 2 pumps to fingers and sweep onto the face in an upward and outward stroke. Let it absorb and dry while you prep your foundation. And it's ready to grip makeup. So let's see. Also read that it's supposed to be skin tightening, so maybe that's why they're saying to apply it in an upward motion to tighten up the skin. It says to wait. Okay, so I let it dry, and I don't think it's supposed to really be dry because I waited about 10 minutes. I think it's supposed to have like a tacky feel to it, or maybe I just put too much. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and color correct, and I'm going to be using my LA Girl Pro Concealers in yellow and orange. I canceled out any darkness on my skin, and I'm going to move on to the foundation. I obviously been living under a rock. I can admit that I have been living under a rock. Because the next product that I'm going to show you is so not new to the market, and everyone has tried it, and it is the LANCOME Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. Yes, I know. How have you not tried this, Isha? And you love makeup. Like, how have you not tried this foundation? I have mine in the shade 435 Bisque W, and I believe the W is for warm, but Bisque warm. So I'm going to be using that today. I'm just going to start off with 1 pump. So I heard this foundation is, oh, it's actually not that thick. It's running. So try 1 pump. The primer is still sticky. So good thing I do like to pounce the brush on my face instead of rubbing it around, because it is sticky. I don't know how it's gonna work or how it will act if you were to buff your foundation in. So I probably would not try that. I do like the finish of it. I will say it's medium to full coverage. It does have a nice sheen to it, a nice dew to it, which I personally don't mind. It's just the fact that I have oily skin, you know, whether or not that's going to hold up with my oily skin, but I do like it. Now the concealer is another thing that, like I said, I've been living under a rock for about 5 years. But I picked up the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. This is in the shade Caramel. If you don't know, my favorite concealer is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I also use that in Caramel as well. So I wanted to try this concealer out. I've also heard really good things about this concealer, and I also feel like I may not run through this as fast as I run through my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, considering the fact that it is a pot. And so I've been trying to try that out. So I'm going to go ahead and place that where I conceal and also where I highlight. Ooh, the texture on this is nice. It is very creamy. It kind of reminds me of my Black Radiance concealing foundation pot that I like to use in conjunction with another with a actual concealer. It has that kind of consistency and texture to it. It's really soft and creamy. And it has a nice like yellow undertone to it. It's really pretty. I'm just going to brighten it up a tad bit. So I'm going to use a little bit of my Fiona Styles Full Cover Perfect Finish Concealer. I purchased this concealer a while back, maybe a year or two ago. And I mainly purchased it because it was on clearance. And I like the consistency of it for an eyeshadow base. So I'm going to be using this just to brighten it up a little bit because I think the consistency is very similar to the NARS concealer that I have on right now. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that. And this is in the shade number 6. And now I'm just going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend that out. So this NARS concealer, the Soft Matte Complete Concealer, is not as lightweight as the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I do kind of feel it on the skin, and maybe it's because I was really heavy-handed with this. Maybe a little goes a long way, but it is very full coverage. It has a really nice finish. It still looks like skin, so I do like it. Most cream products are not as lightweight as other products, so it is kind of to be expected. Now I'm going to go ahead and cream contour. I don't have any new cream contouring products, so I'm going to go ahead and use my Black Opal Skin Perfecting Stick Foundations. So now I'm going to be setting my concealer, and I'm going to be using another new DERMABLEND product, which is the DERMABLEND Illuminating Banana Powder. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I'm really not too keen on banana powders, only because I just think some of them are a bit too yellow. I was intrigued to try this one because it does not look as yellow as other banana powders, so I really wanted to try this out. It kind of reminds me of the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder in the original shade, but just a tad bit more yellow. I'm switching to my beauty blender only because it's looking a little cakey with the brush, so I'm going to use my beauty blender instead. And it is just sticking to... It's just sticking to that concealer, like, yeah, it's just sticking to the concealer. It's not even blending out. A little nervous. Let's see. I definitely think I used too much of that powder when putting it under my eyes. So, as you can see, I was trying to dust it off, and most of it did come off, but I definitely think I need to use the brush and just kind of dust it on the skin versus pressing it into the skin, because that's just not going to work, considering that cream just never really sets. It just kind of just sticks to the skin, and it doesn't look too hot. None of the products that I'm going to be bronzing with are new. You've already seen it on my channel. You haven't seen this one in quite a while, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Bronzing Powder in Cappuccino. So I'm going to be using that today to bronze up the skin. Next, I'm going to go in with my Black Radiance powder, and this is in the shade Black Coffee, and I'm going to be using that to contour. So now I'm just going to be setting the rest of my face with my MAC Studio Fix powder. This is in the shade NC45. So I have my powder on and I want to kind of let it settle a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my face first. And I'm going to be using a new product to me that I don't hear much about on YouTube. And it is the MAC Mineralize Charged Water Charcoal Spray. This spray I've really been loving so far. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of it. One of the girls at the MAC counter, she had, we were talking about, you know, oily skin and it being hot down here in South Carolina. And she was saying that she likes to use this, although she has dry skin, she likes to use this in the summertime because this product kind of controls the oils. So what I like to do is if I find myself getting oily, I like to go ahead and block my skin and then I'll spray this on there and then I can feel like my skin tightening up a little bit and it kind of just resets everything. It also states that you can use this before applying your foundation where it will actually combat the oiliness that may take place throughout the day. But I haven't used it that way yet, but I have used it after blotting my skin and I do like it. And like I said, I do feel this tightening effect to it. So I'm gonna just go ahead and spray down my face with this. I use way too much. So moving on to highlighting my skin, I'm going to be using the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is the Glow Setting Powder. I already showed you guys this on my channel where I did a first impressions and review on this, but I'm going to be using this to highlight today. So now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to bronze up the skin and I'm going to be using my Black Radiance Baked Bronzer. So now I'm just going to go ahead and set my face again and I'm going to be using my MAC Mineralize Charged Water Charcoal Spray and let everything settle once again. So now that I have my face done, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes off camera because the palette that I'm going to be using is not a new palette or even new to me. So I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes and then I'll come back to you guys. Okay, you guys, so I am back. I have finished my eyes. I have on my eyelashes. Like I said, I'll be leaving all the products in the description bar below on what I use. So I do have some new lip products that are new to me, not to everyone else. Like I said, I have been living under a rock, which when I say these products, you're definitely going to be like, yes, you should, like, where the hell have you been? And why are you just now using these products for the first time? These are some MAC products. And I'm going to start off with the MAC lip pencils. Like, I am really ashamed that I have not tried it yet. But sometimes you gotta go with something that's a little bit more inexpensive, that's a little bit more affordable, because sometimes that wallet ain't looking too good. But I did go ahead and splurge and I purchased the MAC lip pencil, one in Chestnut and one in Cork. I know these are like holy grail lip pencils for a lot of people, and I'm kind of late on the bandwagon, but you know, better late than never. So yes, and I purchased both of them because I hear about these two the most, aside from, I believe it's Whirlwind, which is the one that Kylie Jenner had made really popular like a year or so ago. But I did decide to get these two. As you know, Chestnut is a lot darker than Cork. So if I had like a lipstick that was in a deeper tone, such as a plum or a purple or a burgundy, I thought that Cork would look perfect with it, and then, Chestnut would look perfect with it, and then with Cork, something that's a little bit more light in color, considering the fact that I am a little, I have a lighter complexion. The other lip product I picked up was the Aaliyah lipstick. This is in the shade Try Again. I've seen so many reviews on the Aaliyah and Matte collection, and a lot of people were underwhelmed, and I have to honestly say I was a little underwhelmed as well. But anyways, I decided to pick this one up because they were having a clearance on Aaliyah's products, and I really didn't pay attention to this Try Again lipstick when I was seeing the reviews, but when I saw it in store and I swatched it, I was like, I have to have that. Like, that's gonna be my go-to fall. But this is the color right here. Like, look how pretty that is. It's like a muted, it's more of a muted nudie lip. And I mean, that is gonna be so pretty on me. I'm gonna swatch it on the back of my hand. Look at that. That is so pretty. Like, that is such a pretty color. And then adding like a little bit of a lighter nude in the center of your lips is gonna be like bomb. But first I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips, and I'm thinking, let's see. I think I'm gonna try Cork first. This is the lighter shade. Now I'm gonna go in with the Aaliyah lipstick and try it again. And I forgot to say that this is a matte shade. This is the matte formula, and it smells so good. I love the way matte products smell. Their foundation and their lipstick smell so good. Yes, I am loving this lip. Yes, this is so pretty. It's on a grayish tone, but it's not super gray. It's perfect. It's perfect. I'm obsessed with this lip, and it goes really nicely with the eyeshadow. Yes, that's pretty. Okay, so my last lip product that I want to try out, I don't know how it's going to look over top of this lipstick, but I do want to try it out. I've been holding a lot of these products for a good 3 weeks, and I wanted to go ahead and get this on camera for you guys. So the next product is the new Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss. This has been out, I believe, maybe like a month or so. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. I believe it's been out for a month or so, and I wanted to get the shade in Sunscape, which is this one right here. I wanted to get Sunscape because I wanted something close to Fashion Punch, which honestly, looking at it, I don't think, which honestly after getting it home, it does not look like Fashion Punch. This is Fashion Punch here, and then this is Sunscape. This is a little bit more pinky, and obviously this one is a little bit more nudie, peachy tone. I'm gonna swatch some on the back of my hand. You can see more of the glitter in that shade. So I'm gonna place a little bit on my lips. I hope it looks good together. So that is the completed look. This is all my new products on my face, and I have to say my makeup turned out really good. Let me zoom you guys out so y'all can get a bigger picture. So I'm just gonna give a quick overview and recap of the products that I use. And okay, so starting off with a primer. I really can't say too much about a primer because you really don't know how it works until you wear it throughout the day and you really get a feel for it. But honestly, so far so good. I do like the fact that it has a tackiness to it because I really feel like my makeup is going to stick and last longer. I also like the fact that it's a 3-in-1, where it's a moisturizer and a tightening mask as well as a primer. I think that's really nice in the product, and I'm definitely going to keep you guys posted on these products, and I'll probably keep you posted on the products on my Instagram, on my stories. I think that's the best way that I can keep you posted, or also on the community tab once I figure out how to find it and use it. Next is the LANCOME foundation, the Teint Idole Ultra Wear. This foundation, I love the finish of it. I love that it was a medium to full coverage finish, and it did not look cakey on the skin. Let's just talk about the packaging. This is a really nice bottle, and I love the top of it. Like, look at that. It has like nice little rolls on the top. The NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. I have this in the shade Caramel. I love this product too. It's nice and creamy. It really reminds me of my Black Radiance Concealing Foundation. I don't know if I like it as much as the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm gonna have to try it out a little bit more and kind of do a compare and contrast. These products are completely different, so I mean, honestly, I really couldn't even compare them because they're completely different consistencies. I feel like they may even supposed to even do completely different things. I don't know, but I do like this. The DERMABLEND Illuminating Banana Powder. I kind of figured I was going to like this one. I thought it was going to be a little bit more illuminating than it actually is. I thought it was going to be a little bit more similar to the Laura Mercier Translucent Glow Powder, but it's actually not. So that's not a bad thing because you are able to set under your eyes if you don't really want anything glowing up underneath your eyes. And the powder is really fine. And I honestly have to say it's a little bit more finer than my Cool Beige setting powder by DERMABLEND. But I really do like this. It's not too yellowy, but yes, love this powder. Now, I've already mentioned the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder in Glow. I did a whole separate video dedicated to this powder, but I'm just going to just mention it again. I love this powder. I think it's really nice. At first I was a little hesitant about it because it looked a bit more on the yellow side, which I like more of a rose gold highlighting powder, but honestly this is nice. Like, it has a nice glow from within, which you guys know I love, which is why I love to use my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish and Global Glow. I'm obsessed with that powder, and this is what it reminds me of, but just in a loose powder instead of a compact. The lip pencils, where have I been all my life? I'm obsessed with these. I think these are going to replace my Jordana lip liner and Coco Loco. One of the reasons being is because these are very neutral, and I like that. It's not going to alter the look of your lipstick. Jordana lip liner and Coco Loco is more on the reddish side, and sometimes I don't like it when I'm using it with certain lipsticks. It does look nice with a nude lipstick, but you know, other lipsticks I just really don't think it pairs well with, such as like a dark purple. So these right here I definitely think will be replacing it. Aaliyah MAC lipstick and Try Again. This lipstick is bomb. Like, this is going to be my go-to fall lipstick, especially when I want to go for a more brownie grayish nude tone. Like, this is definitely it. Like, I'm just going to swatch it on my hand again because I just want you guys to see how pretty it is. That is so freaking pretty. And then the MAC setting spray. This is such a long name, I have to look at it. This is the Mineralize Charged Water Charcoal Spray. Yes, love this. I spray it onto my skin and it just feels like all the oils just bring my makeup back to square one. Let's see. Now my last product is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Sunscape. I know I'm gonna love this. I love the way it looks on my lips. It gives a nice sheen, a nice shine, and it's really pretty. And I think it's gonna look really nice alone or pair with any other lip gloss, lipstick. I can't say enough about this. I want to go and get the gold shade because I think that's gonna just look like, oh, like that's gonna look heaven. Although this is my first time using most of these products, I honestly can say that my first impressions, I'm really loving them. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. I'm gonna stop rambling, and I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching and tuning into my channel. I do appreciate you guys. So yeah, until next time, bye.